Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good Friday. Hope you made some money as the market has continued to recover off those lows. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear right now. Audio is good. Yeah, the level of levels was achieved. Figured probably going to test it even if we get rejected and dump back to 92K. Test. And it's so far been a level certainly where there is supply. No break, obviously. We did not even test $99,000 yet. So we got about 6 minutes to go until the daily close. And looks like we're going to close within the range, right? So no breakout. It'll be the highest daily candle close since Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. But that's about it. So that 12-hour and 8-hour bullish divergence really did end up playing out. Working on a 12-hour bullish engulfing candle. But you still haven't made a higher high yet, so don't get cocky, kid. We really, really need to break this level at some point. Okay. Okay, that's Bitcoin's 12-hour, daily, 8-hour, really, really spectacular bullish divergence. Oh my God, it was so good, right? And then that price action correlation to 92,750, recaptured, retested. Broke the supply line with some effery. There was definitely effery, but then that candle on January 1st really was the beginning. And now here we are, but well off the highs. Excuse me, a high we saw, $98,969.92. I had my first training session of the year today, and it was brutal. It was tough, man. So I'm just kind of like, let me try to get this coffee in me. Let me try to, do some analyses. Yeah, Gavin, Einstein of Wall Street. Yeah, he's my bro. Well, he's awesome. Like, I'm like good friends with his son. His son is a manager on the trading floor of Wall Street, Trade Moss, and him and his team, they hired my protege, and he's like the youngest guy on Wall Street. So yeah, it trickles down. But yeah, I got to hang out with him this summer. They came down, hosted him here at my place. It was wonderful. Yeah, Peter Tushman's a stand-up guy. Wonderful. A lot of knowledge. Dude's just an institution of knowledge. Yeah, good family. So, all right, man, disappointing. We got to break 99K, man. That's everything. Breaking that, boom, 102.3 in a day, probably. Breaking that, whoa, okay. Then we're going to 107, 108, easy. But this is the big steel wall, just like 92K. All right. 4 hour if we want. Look what they're doing on the 4 hour. Man, not a higher. It's an 886. It's high to look. See, that's oof. You start getting controversial down in lower time scales where it's like, oh God, they hit the 886. You can see a bearish shark here or bearish bat pattern. Either way, it's at the price reversal zone. So we're starting to catch a reaction maybe here on the weekend. But the good news is anything that pulls back, we're just hoping for a higher low and a retest. And then I think we'd have a high probability of a breakout if we ever did that. If we did something like this, oh no, man, oh no. And then they pivot it anywhere before seeing 92.7. We test it again, high probability of a breakout. Okay. Dominance, I'm sure, not doing too well today. Oh yeah, we got a nice dump, dude. That's the thing we were talking about. You want to see this thing get smoked because that's wonderful for alts, right? And this thing's about to have its lowest close since December 14th or 13th. Breaking below the 200-day simple moving average, very significant there. A lower high in the previous high, coming down to retest 55%. That means altcoin's they got some plenty of fuel in the tank before that retest, meaning, okay, Bitcoin's going to be doing okay, but it's going to underperform maybe some altcoins in the short term. I think that's your target, 55%, 2% difference. And yeah, by shorting Bitcoin dominance, you're just longing S coins. Yeah, motive, whatever. Yeah, that's huge. And yeah, the Trumps are big time. They have embraced Bitcoin crypto to obscene levels, like to where, wow. Do I want to start buying MicroStrategy again? Remember the inside bar yesterday? Boom. Immediate reversal. So, all right. It's Friday, man. I don't know this.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Yeah. We got 1 minute, by the way, so it's already. You look on the inside.
Bruh.
Good to see that. So Ethereum. Bam! They did it, finally. Hello? Is this stream still on? My internet go out? We're here? Well, what the heck? It's not letting me go. Okay, let me reload. Just try turning it on and off again. There it is, chat. There it is. Highest daily candle close on Bitcoin since Christmas Day 2024. Highest daily close of the year 2025. Hi in the chat. Or be destroyed. Shoot, man. Let's see if that... There was. Just so you can see it. Highest 12-hour close since Christmas Day as well. Here's the daily, so you can see. All right. So, not out of the woods, but we are very close to greatness if they can do it. But as you can see, since late November, it has been a very real level of adversity.
President accounted for. Let me be the first person to ask in 2025, should I buy now? Lowell, hope you have a great weekend and thanks for all the fish.
Is that a joint?
T-Bone, thanks for the 420, man. Should I buy now? It's a little too early for the should I buy nows, but yeah, I mean, altcoins, some setups really did present themselves. I mean, trying to be live for these days. These have been very important days to be live. And I really, I mean, I was live on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. New Year's Day was when things started really starting to look interesting again. Where, whoa, mate, dude, they confirming the bottom. The buyers are really defending these levels now. And it's just like, wow, follow through off that potential confirmation low. We'll see if this works. Ethereum, hey, it worked. Dude, that's big time.
Look here. Look, listen.
They've recaptured 3580, man. That's spectacular. So if we can stay above 3520 long enough, it's going to be easy ride back to 4020. That's big time. But yeah, there's just, oh, okay. Well, what about 3660? Yeah, maybe, but it was all about the weekly here. You knew, okay, pullback's gonna eventually what they're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna go test it. They're gonna break this. It'll be at 5K at some point. I mean, 7,500 is a long-term target on this. Anything above like 2880, 2880, $3,000 is good for a long-term position, because this will, I think, see all-time highs, be tested, and I think they'll break it. And I think we will see 5K.
Can I get your brilliant brain to look at Pocket? Thanks.
David T, thanks for the really kind words. We'll look at Pocket Coin, P-O-K-T. That started out well, then Bitcoin crapped out, and then, yeah, we'll look. It's probably still fine. Just like Ethereum, still fine, man. Okay, so patience, you'll get way higher prices. It was harder to construct a trading plan due to the fact it was just like testing below support resistance, but now they've broken it. Just like Dogecoin, same situation, they've broken it. So yeah, nice on Ethereum. It was a big gainer today, but not as well as others. So we'll look at XRP real quick. Oh wow! So up against, man. Up against that supply line. Will they? Man, it'd be great if we could get something like this. Man, if we could do that, maybe a trade setup. Just pull it back, just reconfirm the level as support, and let's go. You know, just helpful for the trader, right? Buying right here after 3 days of just up. That's no strategy involved. Just pulling the lever. So back tests are always good for strategizing. And you know, okay, today we don't know. Saturday, the red candle, we do pull back 220. I mean, it's controversial to say like, all right. Right now, hey, they're trying to show positive momentum for the first time since December 9th on XRP. But again, you'd have to have a positive day for that to be real, because this will just go back negative again if it sells off any at this point. So, all right, that's your XRP update. Still inside that descending triangle structure. You'd think probably going to break out up at some point, but maybe we get a back test first. Okay. BNB, that anything above 691 is golden to long. Like if you're above 691.80, one is long on it on BNB, and they just let it ride to $800 to $1,000 eventually. Yep, that's it. It's such a no-brainer on this one. The best entry was down at 620 to 630.40. But now you're just basing out higher, and now you're trading above key levels, and it's just bullish engulfing candle, highest close since this December 28th, highest close of 2025. I just think, man, eventually you're just gonna get a insane candle, and it'll be glorious. BNB been very, very tame, controlled, but at some point it's gonna get crazy in a very bullish manner, but you'll see. Probability of that I think is high. Yeah, all this resistance is flipping to support. So much demand subtly. Yeah, you think you're nearing the end of consolidation too? The third peak? Yeah. All right. Still an active setup. Very active setup. You almost got a target one immediately, but you were off $6. Remember, $800 first target. $900 target 2. $1,000. $999 is target 3. Okay. Solana. Some big breaks here. That's great to see. Yeah. Great to see it, but we're almost there, man. You kind of are. I mean, anything 216 above that.
Hi Mitch,
243.
Great progress over the years. You have been holding the pulse of the market's rain or shine, thanks for that. Could you look into INMD on NASDAQ? InMode.
Dang right, Philosophy. Thank you for the kind words as well. As our boy David T. Thank both of y'all. Very nice. Really appreciate that. So we will look at INMD. Yes, sir. Yeah, so it'd be nice to get a pullback if we could help it, you know, for, again, confirmation's sake. But, yeah, you broke a supply line. Had a wonderful day. I mean, you're up, what, 12% in 2 days. You broke the really big $200 level. So maybe that's it. Maybe they've concluded the correction. Remember, the correction's genesis was the third target of this trade setup posted back in mid-September. Yep. Gotta love it, man. Dogecoin, look at this thing, man. It's beautiful. They did it, man. So if we were lucky, we could get something like this. Man, we'd get so lucky. That would be a trading
Up
plan.
massively to start the year. Lord Mitch, what you provide is the most valuable thing on YouTube. Aim at if you get a chance.
Thanks, Mo. Thanks to 20. Wow. I really appreciate it. That's like extremely nice to say. I don't know about that, but I'm just that's all I try to do. Like when hey, I'm about to go live. Okay, I better provide value in some form to people that are watching me, because they could watch anyone. So that's the mentality. I appreciate it, man. So understand, you don't have to have that pullback on Doge. This thing could just straight up run to 45 cents, because that's what happens. So it would be luxurious to get a back test. We covet it if we want to trade it strategically. But at the same time, if you never get it, well, then you're probably just going to go to 45 cents. It's going to be a face ripping. So positive Momo beginning to build again. Everything's looking all right. It was concerning until today. Yeah, so many altcoins were up today. I got Cardano, dude. Whew, see, there was no follow through. The bullish engulfing candle on the 1st of January. It's like they flipped a switch. New year, new price action. How about that, man? Isn't it crazy? In 3 days, it's the third. It's now the 4th, up 30% in 3 days. Psychotic. I think that's what's going on with Nvidia. I remember like June 1st or whatever, it was over. Or June 6th, it was over. 6 months been correcting. Now it's new bi-yearly candle. Time to pump again. Bots turning around on Nvidia. It's time to go to 160. Yeah, they're all about these weird 6-month things. These bi-yearly candles, new quarter, new year. The bots shift. So even with a 30% pump in 3 days, it still hasn't invalidated this potential structure. But man, what a freaking pump. I'd love it above 90 cents. If we were lucky, we could get something like this. Always trying to get something like that, right? You want to get positive price action correlation to an undeniable level of inflection. Reconfirm the validity once, maybe twice, and it's such an easy way to trade. It's the best way to trade. I think you have the highest probability of substantial upside if you get stuff like this. So we're just going to be waiting on some of these because they were trading below. But then we had some that were trading above the key levels. They were They were doing the exact thing that I'm showing right here. Right, like for instance, like Filecoin. It's doing the thing that we wish that the others would, like Dogecoin wasn't doing. It was below. So this one's consolidating at above the level. So it was much easier to construct a trading plan, easy to manage risk, knowing the upside potential when the level is being successfully tested and defended by buyers, not once, but twice. So Filecoin had its highest daily close since December 17th. It's still waiting on 642, $7.30, $8. Good targets. They pulled us back as long as we got a higher low than $5, the highest low, and you're gonna run again. Yeah, so there were some that were better off than others, and you have to scan for that. You have to know the levels to understand which ones.
Take a look at Crow. Can it get a 10x this year?
Hey man, it's Evan. How you doing, dude? Thanks for the 25. What, are you throwing a party downstairs, man? Evan lives in the same building as me, and he's been like in East Asia for like a year or something. He's gone full on Asian, man. Think he's looking for his bride, maybe. Gab up. Thanks, dude. We'll look at crypto.com, Matt Damon Coin, we call it, in these parts. Thanks. Yep, so some were better than others. They're not all created equal, right? Dogecoin, dang, man. Ethereum, dang, man. It's like below the supports, but then it just blasted through them. But this one was like at support. It's like, all right, this one was easier to trade. Right? You had other ones. So INJ, like, oh man, like yesterday we looked at it, it's like, holy crap, it's doing the M shape. It's doing the confirmation low. It's holding $20. It's already putting all these higher lows. There's clear evidence of accumulation, and you're getting it at a good back test level. Look at this, man. You are at the perfect spot for a $30 INJ. Positive momentum just beginning to build. RSI is still like 47. You've broken back above the 200-day simple moving average. All right, you're below the 50. Just broke back above the 20. All right, whatever. But man, this is it. Like they've recaptured some levels. Positive price action correlation to those levels. Recognizable, discernible M shape. High probability outcome if these things are identified properly. This is a perfect bullish bat pattern. You got the type 2 return pretty clear. Lesser time scales, your divergence on the local lows. It's wonderful. So it was easy. Easier than Doge and Ethereum. Easier than Solana. They just were. It happened to be like that. What about Litecoin? Litecoin was a little tougher too. A little tougher because it was doing the confirmation load that Filecoin and others were doing, but it was doing below the key level. But now they've recaptured it. Now they've broken a supply line. You have like a confirmed bullish breakout on multiple accounts, the supply line and the horizontal line resistance at 109.79. So that's good. That's real good. I mean, that's like, oh, we got a 137 target, anything above 107, 109. So pretty substantial data being received today on Litecoin with that candle close. You hear me? Anything above 107 is golden for 137, 184. Remember, the third target of that already successful trade setup, 2 of the 3 targets hit on it. Third target's 184. So that's probably what's setting up right now. Setting up for target 3. But hey, actionable above, again, 107. Well, no, 105 to 109. That's the zone there. Yeah, it's not like perfect. The heck? Okay. Yeah, Litecoin, good stuff. Optimistic on this one. Other ones. Some were good, some were bad. Ravencoin, another M-shaped type 2 bullish Gartley. It just happened to be at the perfect level. Sometimes it's not like this. Sometimes it's like crap. It's like Doge. Crap. It's like Ethereum. Crap. It's like Solana. Man, it's just not perfect. This one was like TA Tetris. Oh, you're trying to tell me they're completing a bullish Gartley textbook? The pattern completion zone just happens to be at the literal range bottom from May of 2022. And you're trying to tell me that we have a type 1 and kind of type 2, like a form of confirmation. Oh, you're above the 200 moving average? Like, are you kidding me? So, okay, we'd be waiting on 3 cents, 3.5 to 3.8 cents again on this one. Some better than others. Like Uniswap was doing the thing too. Like they really were holding on to this $13 level. You would want a deeper retrace for big ol' M shapes, but too much demand. That level is too big of a deal. Support resist. Anything above that equals $19. You can see what happened in history when the buyers defended it successfully. Well, guess what, chat? Guess what they've done? They have successfully defended these levels as support. Oh, but they were resistance. Well, they're support now. Oh, the trend has reversed. You're in a long-term uptrend, and you've been in a long-term uptrend since this legendary trade setup was posted in October 2023, and it played out perfectly, hit all the targets, then corrected. It round-tripped 88% of the way, of course. And look at it now. Like, higher high now. Higher lows. Bullish back tests. So this one's probably going $19+ from here. Very nice. Again, some better than others. ZRX is legitimately pristine. Pristine for godlike upside. You can't make up how good this is. This is so perfect. The trend's reversed, man. You're in an uptrend. There's more than before. This is the first formal back test of this old resistance support as support. There is unlimited upside to 89 cents. But sir, madam, it's 52 cents. Oh, just a good old 69% upside. What I love about it is, yeah, you got the local confirmation low, but I love this low and then this, both of these lows equaling 1.
Gizzy on Moonshot.
That's real confirmation. That's like the sellers tried once, they tried twice. It's like a lower low double bottom too. Oh, I love it, man. Yeah, a guy from Alabama. Roll Tide, man. Well, Thank God Milrose gone. I don't know what that means, man. Gizzy. Oh, is that another scam coin? I'm sure it is. Thank you. Oh, shoot, man. Got problems over here. Oh, we didn't even look at total. Total invalidated potential head and shoulders. Great. All right. Yeah, man. In this situation, you would just think, oh, top of the range. So 3.6 to 3.7. Hello? Oh, anonymous.
Anonymous tipped $25. Big time looking nice smile.
Oh, yeah, big time, man. All right, it's going to be big time, dude. All in, man. Thank you, dude. Well, we'll look at big time if you're so inclined. Yeah, total, man. I love it. Total, that 1 and 2 there, just range bound. That's the top of the range up there. If you go up there, that means Bitcoin's above 99K. That means Bitcoin's probably at 103 to 106,000 plus dollars. Altcoins are melting face. They're up probably another 20-30% from where they are right now. That's where we would be if you go up to test that high. That's what's happening. It's just a range at this point, man. So composite, man, will sometimes create patterns to scare, you know, and those are just straight up traps. You had a good old fashioned, I mean, on Cardano and Chainlink, those were just good old fashioned bear traps. Trying to get people to go short, testing supports on Bitcoin during, are you kidding me, Christmas or, you know, December 30th into New Year's. That's bear trap behavior. And if you've been participating in these markets, we've covered it. Like they'll like actually, I can't even believe how good it was on Bitcoin, man. Like typically they will break the level. They'll break it and they'll confirm it on the daily, and it'll be bad. It'll like so bad, and then 3 days later they recapture it. But in this situation, this time, right? It's always another time. This time, on like even the 8 hour, you can clearly see the traders did not even settle up below that range bottom. You got intra candle price action, but not much, and immediately just recaptured and then retested on New Year's Day. So it's kind of insane. Typically, it's scarier. Like they'll do what they did at the beginning of last year, where that same support that was manufactured like this right here, they break it. They break this level. And it's, oh no, it's over, dude. We were very fortunate this time. There was no false bearish breakdown. It was just defense. Defense. And the defense prevailed, man. Played kind of like Notre Dame last night. Good God. Gizzy's down over 50% in the last 24 hours. Yeah, so, I mean, we could just keep looking at some of these coins that did things. Gotta look at Nvidia. Look at, like, Loopring was an example of one that was good. It was, like, positive price action correlation at the level, not below it, at it. And it's it's still set up for 27 cents here. Crazy enough. Look at the positive Momo. You're starting to see it for the first time since early December. Decent correction, but man, really easy to size it up, huh? If it's just going to run up to 27 cents again, even from where it is right now, it's like 24% upside. Dang. And these levels, like none of these levels, these were all plotted like years ago, man. Look at this. You go back to 2021, it was like the big reversal. Oh, look, they confirmed a bottom here. What ended up happening? Oh my God, it went insane. Ancient battleground. Look, oh, holy crap. Well, right here. It was only one time this time, right? It was in just January. It was insane. They recaptured it, and it proceeded to run insane amounts, like literally over doubling, tripling in price after it was recaptured. So you can't tell me right here this is not a strategic level on Loopring. It just is. Historical price action correlation dictates what levels are important on all charts. It's not my opinion. It's the composite man. It's the market participants' opinions, and it goes back to history. I'm sure there are other ones, man, right? But yeah, let's look at Nvidia real quick. I want you to see what we had. I had a very good conversation yesterday about a very important level and talking about structures. And just because a structure could be inherently bearish, there's a slight edge for bearishness. Also means it's not about price action. Okay, we knew head and shoulders potentially. Oh God, three falling peaks, but it's like, hey, since that third peak, we know resolution's coming, right? So it's impending resolution. And so it could break to 160 or 118, and look what's happening. All right, so the buyers have chosen to pretty much, claim that this is probably going to go on a stupid run. It's the beginning of the year. It's a new bi-yearly candle. Remember, like since June, the switch was flipped, and they've been doing nothing. It's time, man. This is makes more money in the world than anything. It's the most efficient company that's ever existed in human history. Yeah, that's what it is. So this is about to resolve to 160, 170 plus, most likely. And you want to take out 146, 150, but dude, that's a huge statement at the beginning of the year, beginning of the month. And that, right, everything, it's all 140. That's the big deal to me. So I'm pretty much sold on Nvidia. They might fill the gap, whatever, crap around a little bit, but yeah, it's hard to trust because we know about what they've done in the past. We know for a fact right here, it was like, oh, this is so effed. The head and shoulders is so visible, but remember, they took it back down to the neckline too, but look what they never actually broke it with a candle close, right? And then you even had a bullish hammer reversal, and that was it. We never saw it again. Partial decline developed. It ended up looking at it like a rectangle, 7% chance of breakout, and it just pumped again. That's probably where we are. We're probably about to see another one of those on Nvidia after today, but we'll continue monitoring it, right? You got to think about consolidation structures, even if they're inherently bearish. Oh, a head and shoulders. Oh, at 3 falling peaks. It's more about like when they conclude their development, we know one thing: resolution is impending. Not, oh, it's gonna break down. Oh, it's gonna break up. Resolution, one or the other. Consolidation phase is nearing its conclusion. That's what these third peaks, third valleys indicate, in my opinion. Okay, so hype in the chat for Nvidia, man. Market driver. Okay, so there's a couple requests real quick. Let's see. Thanks for the 830 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, this Bitcoin crypto pump, hit that like button, that bell. So thanks for being here. We're so back, right? I don't know. I say we're so back when we break 99,063. That's when we can say we're so back. Until then, meh. Could just be putting in an 886 lower high. You don't want to see that, man. Let's see. The first request was Pocket. It was for David. Yeah, Pocket Coin, man. Well, we've been playing Pocket Pool with Pocket Coin for a while, I guess. You know what, man? It turned out bad. Turned out kind of bad, man. It was perfect, and then the rug got pulled on Bitcoin. You ran out of time, right? As the market conditions were fine, it was running. It hit its highest level since freaking June. But then Bitcoin goes from 108K to 92K. Well, rip altcoin. And now it's currently trading below the level that I would really prefer it to be above. I can't like this thing until it's back above 3.7 to 4 cents. Nope. Sellers aren't exhausted yet. It's a bearish back test. But hey, man, if we ever get something like this, now we're back in business. Okay, but until then, wait for it. Right? Think about like when you recapture a level and then you reconfirm it as support. That is your form of insurance. When you're below it, how can you sleep well knowing that, oh, I own an asset that is bearishly back testing a key level from history that's undeniable as resistance? You can't sleep well at night with that. So you would want to wait for this and this, the spring and the back test of spring, and then one could enter, have a nice stop loss set back up, and with max upside potential, if it was going to play out, that's when you can sleep well at night. When you're long on positions where they're above key levels and they've reconfirmed those levels as support. Remember, the spring and the back test of spring, that is one of your most reliable, highest probability indicators known on charts. If you can help it, you would want every one of your trades to have some semblance of a spring back test. Yeah. No doubt. All right. So David T thinks, man, unfortunately, yeah, it was what could have been. If Bitcoin would have just gone from 108 to 118, we'd have made it, man. But nope, and it hasn't recovered well at all. Disappointing. Whew. Kai, could you reword that? What does that mean? INMD. InMode. Okay. Health technology, medical specialty. Let's see here. Well, we had something, then it split, I guess. Yeah, we had some parabolic crazy run. I don't know. And then it was over. Yeah, like that's the only thing I have on this chart was that. And it screwed up because it split. So it was probably more like this. We were just trying to conceptualize the insane pump, you know? But they all come to an end. They all do. Blow off top, extreme bearish divergence up there before the crash. And now you're just... Is there evidence of a composite operator conducting a buying campaign? Certainly not. There just isn't. And that's unfortunate. That's... Even when you're down to these levels, you really want to see some structures that are recognizable that indicate accumulation. This is lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, trading below the 200-day moving average. It's just garbage, man. You know, despite anything that happened next. Like, where's your next real, discernible, hardcore support? Maybe 1474. Okay, come back down, test it there. But I look at charts like this and I'm like, nope, I have finite capital. So I'm looking for the best charts. When I look at something like this, I'm like, okay, well, there's no one with a crap load of money buying this thing subtly over time. There's just not. The best you could do is exhaustion. Oh, the sellers are just so effing exhausted. They've just sold so much of this so long that you'll catch a bounce. But normally, if you're long in something like that, that short squeeze little pump will conclude and it will draw down fast back to lower lows or the same low for retest. So those are just not market environments you want to trade in or long something. And this to me just looks like complete garbage. I don't care if it's going to make an 886. If from this low from 2020 to the high, if it's an 88% retrace, okay, give me a structure that I can recognize, that other market participants can recognize that's really good. Like someone be like, oh, it was a wedge and it already broke out. I guess, sure.
Happy New Year. Can we look
See,
at
it was a wedge and it broke out.
Give me a beat down, lol. Those are fun 5 to follow.
Remember, everyone, $25 request. Try to put it in good, legible font. Thank you, dude.
The Silver One super chatted $31.54. Hey Mitch, I hope you're good. Your thoughts on Kronos Crow? Why haven't you got a proper crypto wallet address yet? X. Crypto? Cheers, fist.
Silver, thanks, dude. For the pounds, mate. We'll look at Crow. It was already requested by Evan. But I mean, I don't know. You can tip me in crypto. You should try it. Because, you know, Google, these super chats y'all tipping, Google's getting 30% of it. The government gets 37% of it. You get that, right? So if you tip me in crypto, at least Google's not getting 30%. Yeah. Crypto gifts. Read up on it. But yeah, Altcoin, it's in the description below. That's the optimum way to tip this stream. Every time you should be tipping me in crypto. If not, Stream Elements, also in the description below. Super Chat is the least efficient way to support this community and stream. Just letting you know. So yeah, I mean, maybe they come back to S15 down there. Yeah, I'm just not sold. Not a good trend. The trend has not reversed to the upside yet. There's no evidence of that. So, meh. Got to move on. Thanks, Ride Philosophy. CMO kind of missed the mark on the request amount, but Applied Materials real quick. I mean, yeah, resistance maybe flipping to support, but locally I don't see good forms of confirmation. Yeah, some sellers are exhausted down here. It could pop. But I would like to see stuff like, okay, it pops and then it drops and then we get just some sort of, a confirmation low that is so discernible. And I'd love to trade a confirmation low. You don't have it yet. So that would be ideal. Like, we don't have that yet. So yeah, you could get fortunate to get the reaction off the divergence at support, sure, but a stronger setup, a more convincing argument for a more pronounced rally would be if they rallied it and valued it and we got a second low, and then it would be, think about it, the psychology of it. Millions of people around the world are able to see the second test and the failure from sellers. Way more confidence from big money to take bigger longs, so you get a more pronounced rally in the second low. That's why double bottoms are so strong. That's why we're looking type 2 returns. All its springback tests are sometimes forms of local double bottoms, albeit higher low. So okay, that's sure Applied Materials. It's all right. Maybe a wedge. Just trying to screw around. All right, Crow for Evan. We made it. Matt Damon. Crypto date cam. Well, it seems like it's kind of just range bound, right? Man, there's just so many levels from history. And clearly the trend's good, right? You're in an uptrend, higher lows, all that. But now it seems like between 23 cents and...
Really appreciate the streams and the Discord. Thanks, Mitch. 0.000214119 BTC.
You won't, mate. Dude, thanks for the $21 of Bitcoin, man. Thank you, dude, for not letting Google get 30%. Much love and thank you for supporting us, the community, via the Patreon/Citadel. Thank you, man. Yeah, I hope you're getting value. And it seems like you are, and that's what it's all about, man. Thank you. So as you can see right now, Bitcoin on that 8-hour chart right here, the test, and then you're at a level where there's supply. Okay, so they're selling it off right now. So any kind of reaction, and 88% retrace from this high to that low. So this is a good candidate area for some sort of reaction, even if it's short term. Right now, trading below it. So Crow, I mean, I guess if you're wanting to try to, it'd be better. I'm just telling you, a 10 cent, 9.5 cent Crow is going to be a dream. It would be a dream if you could get it. But hey, what if the markets are just too strong, man? I'd say one top, the second top. But they're just not letting it fall below 14.4 cents. So I guess if you were going to try to play it here, your stop would be really tight. It'd be like 13.7 cents. And
as a new trader, I greatly appreciate the information you provide. Could you please clarify whether a bullish order block requires the lowest candle, or is it invalid if a lower candle preceding it?
Thank you, Chill Precious. Hold on.
Live Free Fitness Club tip $25. Hey Mitch, drinking coffee in the evening after training is like buying the top. You are just throwing away your money because the coffee will disrupt your sleep and kill your gains. 0.00692700 ETH.
Nah, what it'll do is just keep me up later. I'll be sure to get my sleep. It's not like I'm going to be getting up tomorrow, crack of dawn. Nothing's going to stop me from getting my 8 hours. So, unfortunately, yeah, I know. But it's like, the thing about it is it's such a habit. Like, I've been doing this 7 years now, and hey, it's stream time. I must drink coffee during stream because this thing courses through my veins and makes me a far more efficient educator and analyst for you. So it's a sacrifice I've made for 7 years. Yeah. Because like when I don't have coffee going while I'm streaming, it's just not as good. I'm not as hot. Yeah, my attention span is not as good. I just kind of like, I need the coffee, man. Thank you though. So I'll get my gains. So yeah, that's all you can do here. You know, had a good, January 1st, they turned on a switch. It's either you're going to trade the bottom of the range with a stop loss strategically placed below 13.8 cents, or you're going to wait till 8.9 cents for a deep 886 retrace, M-shaped completion. 886, 8.8. It's an inflection point along with that 886. Perfect area for a long. But hey, maybe they don't ever, market's too strong. Then fine. Then all you can do is trade the bottom of a range. That's it. You have two choices here. Either wait for the best optimum value areas, M-shaped completions, inflection points being tested, 200 moving average down there, or you trade it now and you have a stop below 13.8 cents. That's it. All you can do on Crow. We'll see here. But I do kind of like how the sellers try once and twice and then locally thrice. It's very similar to, it reminds me a little bit about like ZRX. So it's like one and then like, okay, one low, and here's both of these lows are the second low to get, but on the second low, you have local confirmation. So that's good. Good price action. If you stay above 13.8 cents long enough, yeah, it's going to probably be 23 cents eventually. All right. Thank you, Silver and Evan. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on, Precious. I'll do what I can to answer that in a minute. Let me just try to get these other requests. Big time, maybe. Yep, big time. But dude, it's big time. Don't you understand? Don't you get it? You know, oh my God, man. Oh my God. You're right. It's obscenely good. It's trades. We got to do trade setup right now. Unfortunately, I don't want to do it, but I have to because it's too perfect. It's not my fault. Don't get mad at me. You can't get mad. It's this simple. It's so easy. Oh, God, I hate freaking big time, man. Big time. Scam coin, but dude, it's so perfect. It's so easy that you just can't ignore it. Oh, God. Why is it every time someone tries to see TEMA, it's like poverty? This is it. Oh my God. If you wanted a big time third target, we could have it. If you wanted to go insane, psychotic, stupid, which I don't know if it'll have. This is like, third target's like, hey, we're delusional. We're in mania, actual mania. And the stop could be a little looser if you wanted to, if you were scared. But that's pretty good. I mean, that's it. It's that simple, man. Wow. What the heck am I doing? Big time. Nice request. All right, if we hit target 3, whoever requested that, anonymous, you get Hype King if you're not one already. Big time, baby. It's just like a chart pattern, technical indicator. That's, I mean, maybe trend analysis, but don't worry about it. What the heck, man? It's Friday night. In big time, gonna do things. This looks insane. I can't believe it. What am I doing? All right, chat. Wow. You see this? This is stupid. What I like is like 1 and then 2, but then you can clearly see lesser time scales, like 4, 8, 12 hour, 1 low, the second low. You have the confirmation low on the second big valley. That's so good. That's confirmation within confirmation. Confirmationception. Hidden bullish divergence on the second valley. So it's like impending price action continuation to the upside is implied on both oscillators on the daily. Class B hidden divergence.
Hype in the chat!
Mike B, it's like, is it better? Not really, but dude, you just don't know which ones are gonna catch the bids, man. I can't believe this. All right, nice job, Anonymous. Let us know who you are so you can get Hype King if we hit target 3. What is that? Okay, sorry about that. All right, let me check my notes here.
It was me on Big Time Smile, years of education from you.
Glass blowing Jesus, man. All right, somebody put that in my good idea folder. Remember, come back. It big time does things. All right, but this is like bread and butter, real nice ZRX-ish. Remember, it was like, this is kind of the same trade setup as this one a little bit, to a degree. Not perfect, but I like this one better, big time better, because that crazy 1 and 2 is happening at the inflection point versus below. We only caught it right here when it was recapturing it. I'm like, okay, that's it. And then it immediately, what did it do, right? It immediately ran up within the next few weeks and hit target 1 and freaking target 2 like it was a joke. Yeah, it's very similar to the old ZRX trade. That is still active. Remember, there's a third target we never got to. Same with Litecoin. Like, they're getting 2 of 3 before the big correction, and that's fine. And then they're coming back to entry, and we're posting new trade setups. Like ZRX, a new trade setup was posted on this one on the daily, 4 or 12 hour, whatever, because it's right back at an ungodly level. And look at this. Do you see, chat? Do you see what I'm showing? Right here is a perfect inverted hammer Japanese candlestick reversal on the effing weekly. At key supports. Dude, get out of here. Huge upside potential on ZRX again. Just letting you know, man. Target 1. How perfect is it? How did they do it, man? How did you know? Because I didn't know. All I knew was from history. Where they reversed it before, it reversed again. It was freaking perfect. And I'll show you again. We'll do the play-by-play. So it's like, okay, well, but wait a second. That could be hindsight. It's like, nah, dude, it's not hindsight. It's real life. It's real effing life. Yep, 1 and 2. And then back to entry and a new setup. How crazy. Let's play in the markets, man. Well, in NOX axis, I mean, what the heck, man? Why are you longing it when it's up like 25% from the entry now? A little late. It's impossible to manage risk on NOX now. You had your entry or, whoops. Squirrely Crypto. Yeah, liquidity. Again, man, these trade setups are wonderful for education. If you don't like the volume on it, you don't like certain things, like, you know, like whatever, like you don't have to trade it, but you will have the right things taught. All right, like these things are just pieces of education. That's all I can say, man. It's like, wow. So it's like, you're not going to take action on this one, but hey, man, you're going to be looking and scanning through markets and assets you want to trade. You're looking for the same effing thing. And that's what's important here, okay? That's really important. So that's the value I'm trying to provide. Whether it's good volume or not, it's structural developments, it's price action correlation to levels. Generac Holdings. GNRC, sorry. It's a nice uptrend for sure. Corner, man.
Momo for the Momo shift. Happy New Year, Mitch and mods. Requesting a look at Momo. Hello Group Incorporated.
China to me, China. Thank you, Corner, for the 33 repeating, of course, the engorged Tron emoji in the jar. It's beautiful. We don't see that enough. It's such a wonderful emoji. It's one of my favorites. We have it for like 333 as well for the smaller version though. But dang, man, it slaps so well in that jar when it's bigger. So GNRC up against the 200-day simple moving average, been in a really nice uptrend since October 2023. Do I see anything? I mean, it's just tougher up here. Like, are there levels of inflection from history? Okay, I see you're asking probably because it's like this here. Resistance is support. It'd be nice to get this if you really wanted it. Like, that'd be ideal. Like getting a second test. Oh man, that'd be wonderful. But yeah, it seems like you have some. You were oversold like crazy. They're defending it. It's probably going higher in the short term, but again, the short-term rally could be short-term lived and come back for a second test. So if you idealistically you would want a confirmation low at this level, you only have one test right now. Remember, you gotta get confirmation. You do have earnings coming up February, mid-February.
Crypto Bravo tip $25. Degenist man. On CoinX. Great retrace and nice bounce off the 200 and prior local high.
Wait, Crypto Bravo, thanks for 25, man. DJUN, oh god, didn't we look at this yesterday or something? Yeah, well, I don't know how things are going to do with Bitcoin at resistance at 886. Yeah, you don't want to pull back hangover day this weekend. So that's what I would wait for on GNRC if we could help it. If not, whatever. It could just bounce here and run to 200 bucks. But man, you've been running nonstop, right? There's probably a demand line here. I did break. It already broke, man. But what if we adjusted? What if we were just saying it starts here? You're still technically below it. So hey, they could, it could be a failure. They recapture it. Sure, maybe. So I don't screw with demand lines as much. I think, if you ask my opinion, I'm always trying to strategize horizontal line supports over like diagonal, right? Up sloping, down sloping support resistances. I don't think they're as powerful. Now, if you get confluence with a demand line, up sloping support, and a horizontal line support, I think it would probably strengthen that level of support. Looks like an M shape. Well, I mean, certainly an M shape. But, I'm not worried about it really right here in this context. I'm just worried about 151, 59. It's a good test at the 200. They're probably going to rally it, at least in the short term, off that low for a scalper, day trader. Let's see here. Bullish order block requires the lowest candle, or is it invalid if a lower candle precedes it. Chill Pressure, could you like reword that question in the chat? Bullish order block, you know, requires the lowest candle, or is it invalid if a lower candle precedes it? Yeah, maybe you could reword that so I could better understand to answer. If not, I can't really, I'm not sure exactly what information you're trying to get from me. Next request that met the minimum criteria would be Momo for Quina. I don't know what's wrong with my mic. I can't turn it up. Like it's flat. It's stuck at like 15. If I could scream at the top of my lungs, it's still not gonna do crap. I'll just try to be closer to my mic. Hopefully it's better, but yeah, it's maxed. The hello group. Well, thing about this is we had an M shape, good type 1 reaction, but up here I could easily see this thing on the weekly drawing down, eventually coming back down to 540 and type 2 returning, like, unfortunately. Like, I kind of don't like the price action lately where you put in the highest high in October and here's a high. Both these two highs are lower than this high. And now right here, even more locally, a high then a lower high. Bearish inside bar cut follow through today. So I would say minimum you're going to come fill the gap at 677, go test that 671 support. So it just means probably more downside in the short term. So that's all I can tell you about that. And really, if you truly wanted a godlike setup on the weekly, you would want something like this to happen. That would be incredible if you could get it. If you can't, whatever. But like that's, if you want to know what holy grail setups are on the weekly, you see it. You see a type 2 return on M shape that is massive. That would be ideal. That's what you want to see, even if you never get it, and that's still what we would covet. Sorry. Volume's fine. No issue. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Some people are crazy. Some people are like Willy Wonka. I'm a tad bit deaf in this ear.
Cactus Jack tipped $25.36. Thank you, Sensei. 0.1169420000 Sol.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Thank you so much, Cactus Jack, for the 2536 of Solana. Thank you, dude. Crypto contribution. Well, thank you, dude, for supporting this stream, this channel, the message I'm trying to instill in all of you, in your hearts and your souls, in your very being. 671, dude. 2016. You break that, you are gonna come type 2 return. So yeah, you're way below the 200-week moving average. I think you would probably want more time, more pain, come down to $5 again, and that would be godlike. I'd be posting trade setup. It'd be like Baba. It'd be like ACHR. It'd be freaking nuts. Yeah. Just think about if they did that. Think about it, like 527 to see the high right there. They do this. Oh my God, it would be so nice. NFT worthy. Coin, I thank you, dude, for the 33 again. All right, Crypto Bravo and a DJUN, because he is a DJUN apparently. Only DJUNs trade DJUN. Oh, on CoinX. What a correction! Oh my God. Nice bullish and golden candle getting painted on the week. Ooh. Oh, there you go. You got a real nice 886 here. An M shape down here. Right, you see big old M shape, 886. That's the sweet spot. So you're catching a reaction right now. Though, you know, it's a type 1 reaction, though. It's not like a confirmation low or anything. But yeah, think about this thing. This thing went up and has lost 77% of its value in 45 days, 6 weeks. It'd be nice to see 6.6 tenths of 1 cent. But it seems like the 200 moving average is holding, and that Beautiful 886, man. It would be nice if you could ever get this. That would be ideal, right? We always want local forms of confirmation if we can help it. Type 2 return to be Scott Carney's framework would be perfect if we could get that. They come up, test this level, and then they pull it back down, and then we get a second low. And then it's like, that's trade setup worthy. So that's what you got going on. It looks pretty good, actually. What's up with Bitcoin? Bitcoin is up against a major inflection zone, 98,250 to 99K. And that's where they have reversed the price. There's certainly supply there. And as it stands, we did not close above it. We tested it. You're also at an 88% retrace from the December 25th high to that low from December 30th. So it's such a clear area where there could be a reaction, where we pause, go sideways, go down a little bit. But yeah, there's supply here. They can keep it pinned around this level all weekend if they wanted. Okay, so that's nice. DJUN got an M shape, that's for sure. Doesn't mean you have to get a confirmation low, just be easier to trade. So yeah, anything around 0.9 of 1 cent. All right. That was it. That was the last request. Been live an hour and 13 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, the sub. It's the third of the month, so it's the third best day to join the Patreon, where you get trade setups, education, access to the premium Discord, and above all that, more important than all of that value that you receive in the Patreon/Citadel is you are supporting a 100% crowdsourced stream. You're supporting someone who over 7 years of doing this, throughout all the different forms of mania periods where the people were throwing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars at people to promote their scams. I never took the ring, ever, from Sauron. I never deceived anyone here. I did not do it, man. Never had a sponsor in 7 years, voluntarily. Never monetizing on YouTube. Haven't made a dime from them, ever. No ads. I play copyright music. That is the main reason why you would join the Patreon or the Citadel. Because I am pure. Chip flipper, yes, you do. Make sure that the extended versions. Oh, and by the way, I just gotta say, real quick, because we had a bunch of renewals and new members join yesterday, between yesterday and today. Joseph L, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Scott T, thank you for joining the Patreon. Trader Pete, thanks for that 2 months in the Citadel. That renewal means everything. TW, thank you also for renewing your 2nd month. Dr. Colossus, thanks for the 16 months of continued support. G Parent 2K09, thank you so much for the 4 months continued support. Pal Inca, thank you so much for the 4 months continued support. Cell Keys, thank you for joining for the 1st month yesterday evening. And Rolly Wraith, thank you so much for the 2 months continued support. That renewal means everything, man. Really appreciate y'all. It's very humbling to know, like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm not selling out. I'm not screwing people. I'm not taking the quick buck. I'm ensuring my integrity, indubitably. And people really do reciprocate. And they respect it. And they want that to continue. So it will. I will not sell out, ever. 7 years. If I haven't done it in 7 years, I'm not doing it another 7 years. Okay. So what will we do, chat? Are we going to break this level soon, or are we going to pull back, hopefully put in a higher low than the previous low, and then run again? Or are we just gonna this weekend? We're going, man. It's gone. Some foreign country is just gonna buy. That would be nice, man. All right. What the heck, man? Unless I die. Yeah, I think I'll be here another 7 years. Yep. And if I die, let my message be told for generations. That will be your job. If I die in the next 7 years, it will be your job to go throughout all my streams, clip them, my messages, rewatch, and push the message as far across the internet as you possibly can. That's what I would want if I have a premature demise. Just letting you know. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, well, that's kind of it, man. Any gainers on the new day? XLM's up 2%. BNB's up. I'm telling y'all, chat, please heed my word on BNB. It looks kind of, oh no, they're going to 3 falling peaks it and we're going to dump. Dude, they've already dumped it once and twice. The 2 highest lows in the history of Binance Coin are the 2 most recent discernible events. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Here's a low, and here's the same low virtually. These are the highest 2 valleys we've ever seen. The first time in human history, in Binance's history, have market participants regarded this whole inflection zone as support. But they did it twice. So more pronounced rallies occur after the second low, and we got it here. So I'm just telling you, you're going to up and down, whatever. It might go to 660. This is it, man. You're waiting for $1,000 most likely on BNB, and that's all I can tell you. Yeah, well, I mean, Chip Flipper, if I die chasing tornadoes, that'd be the most epic death ever. But at the same time, I'm not going to die to tornadoes because I've been trained well by professionals. So I know what I'm doing. I now have experience under my belt, multiple chases with people, by myself. Dude, I'm telling you that crescendo storm chase, when I went from Oklahoma City to Moore to South Kansas on the west side, all the way to South Kansas on the east side, and then directly south into East Oklahoma, and then chase that monster EF3 tornado into Arkansas through the Ozarks, man, getting stuck in Decatur, Arkansas, this little one-horse town. I mean, that was such a surreal experience, and I can't wait to do it again. It was just like super like scary, man. Like people would be genuinely terrified of what I did, what I was doing. Like I felt it sometimes. I'm like, dang, man, this is like, if I'm not getting a rush from this, man, this is scary. This is like genuinely freakish. But nah, man, you just face the fear and you just go through it, and yeah, the adrenaline wears off eventually, and you're just like, what am I doing, dude? I gotta get back. Yeah, nighttime chasing tornadoes in East Oklahoma into Arkansas is insane. Like, no one does that. because West Oklahoma, there's just the plains and no trees and vegetation. It's very easy fields, right? Kansas is amazing, Nebraska, all that, but dude, not East Oklahoma, not Arkansas. Anyway. All right, chat. I love y'all. It's the weekend though. Gonna hang out with Ruby and chill. Maybe go to dinner. Maybe not. Who knows? Just gonna relax, man. I hope you do too. I hope you had a good week. Very disruptive with all the holidays, but let's get back in it, chat. Let's get back into our disciplined routines. Everyone here, you should have a routine. Okay, you're waking up, making breakfast, getting the calories you need. You're going to work, whatever you're doing, right? You need to have a plan, a routine, and you stick with it every day, and you're consistent and you're disciplined. We should all have it, okay? So let's get back into it for 2025 because there's no effing way you're going to have a better 2025 than 2024 without a routine, without discipline, without a plan. If you don't have one, do it. I'm telling you to do it. So with that being said, thanks for coming out. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. If things go nuts this weekend, you know I'll be live. But if they don't, you know, you'll probably just see me Sunday evening for the weekly candle close. So until then, respect the TA.